Live. That's too much energy.
Too much?
We gotta strike a balance
too
here.
much?
We're going to be here till 2 in the morning.
I know we are.
Can you imagine starting a podcast with that kind of energy?
Fuck that.
Oh, hold on.
Tone that shit
down.
Whoa. I can't listen to this podcast.
Live from the Base Room Studio 2.0 in Seattle, Washington, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who will help you stick to your diet by vibrating all over your neck. Welcome to the Spacecast. Hello and welcome back to the Podworms Spacecast. So happy to have you with us. Let me introduce to you the guys I'm joined with today. We've got one half of the Deadly Brother duo. It's Kevin McCoy.
Hello.
We have the Reverend, the historian. It's Pervy Pete.
Wow. the pervy reverend.
What the fuck? Can we? I demand a retraction because I can either be a pervert, I can either be a historian, or I can either be a reverend. But you can't put reverend and pervert in the same one because that just crosses a big line. Okay?
You wear the hats on different days.
No.
We have our DJ, homecoming king, Chase Golka.
Hello.
We've got our little buddy, Jim Charters.
I'm happy to be here, as always.
And the bad boy of Bothell debuting his fresh new cut for the first time on the podcast, Phil Williams.
Yeah, that's right. All
looks
you
great.
podcast listeners out there, enjoy my haircut. I'm
Yeah,
not
he
going to
looks-
tell you what the haircut is.
He looks great.
but it does look great.
He's
It's just
handsome.
not visible to the naked eye.
He's looking real fresh.
It's in his pants. That's where his hair got cut.
Oh. Yeah, we can't even see it.
It's all gelled and moosed.
I
can
donated
feel
all
it.
of
I
it
can
to-
feel the energy
I can
coming
feel it
off.
too. Yeah, you can just, right when he walked in the door, I was like, wow.
Someone got some haircut.
Something's different. Something's different.
It's more like a wax.
It is a wax. I'm missing the hair. I had to donate it all to the Merkin Foundation for cancer patients.
Yeah.
It looks like a chicken breast down there.
Oh yeah.
Looking good. It's smooth.
Not skinless, though.
Gross.
I'm Andrew LeClaire, the low-hanging fruit of the podcast, and your host for the day's episode. We've got a great show today. We've got some podmail. We have, I need to rehash a discussion from a previous episode now that I'm joined with more of the cast today.
Oh, boy.
We have an edition of Peter's Patent Pending, and we're going to close the episode out on, I have to say it, it's a fan favorite, Mad Take.
Whoa.
It's been years.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we stopped doing it is because, you know, our editor, Daniel, he go ahead, get it all out. I mean,
What a slimer.
he had advised, as he is on the advisory board,
He is.
to stop doing Mad Takes. And
Oh.
I
after
can't believe it.
I don't like to share these figures on air. It's just, it gets too into the weeds, but our numbers did decline after we stopped doing Mad Takes.
It's true. They did.
So against his best, intention, we're bringing it back. So get excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
I need some time. But I'll get on Jim's level later.
Here, I'll give you.
We
I'll
have
get,
to bring this level of energy to the pod.
Hey, can I interject here?
yeah, go ahead.
Because I think this is the only time I'm going to be able to. We learned some information about Bob Barker.
In the pod mail?
What? Yeah.
How?
I'm my curiosity.
No. Is it in
Yeah, I
via
wanna
pod
know.
mail?
It was via, it doesn't matter. It didn't have to be via podmail.
Oh.
It was via, I learned some information via Bob Barker and shared it all with you in the TAD chat.
You did?
Yeah, well, I'm still not 100% sold on the validity of this claim, first of all. And second of all, the way that you obtained it did not seem kosher because the rules are pretty clear that we could not personally look up the details of Bob
I
Barker's.
didn't personally look up the details of anything about Bob Barker.
So how did you come into this knowledge then?
I was having a discussion with my coworkers about the podcast. I added them all to a Slack channel, then left the Slack channel. The Slack channel was the Podworm Spacecast.
You made a Podworm Spacecast Slack channel.
I made a private Slack
invited
channel.
them all and then left it.
Yes.
Did you put?
That's a power move.
Podcast in there?
I put a link to the Power of Spacecast. I invited all the people in my immediate team, and then I left the channel. I don't think any of them are still in it.
I think it would be better. Sorry to interrupt. I think it's better if you just select people at random from your.
Yeah.
I think I might get fired if that happened.
I just love this idea. Like, what if you just made a Slack channel called Peter's Vacation Fund, invited a ton of people, and then left? What would happen?
Yeah, what would happen?
I think I'd get some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so
Anyway, back to Bob Barker. So, some people around the office have been listening to the podcast. There's one coworker in particular. She's been listening. She likes the podcast. Another coworker has as well.
Why
so
surprised about that? All of them have been listening. There's one of them that likes it.
Just one of them.
I've been suggesting that they start with the $400 steak episode.
Absolutely.
That's a great
It's
episode.
a good starting point.
All right.
They're enjoying it. They listened to the episode where I really just brought it home by mentioning Bob Barker out of the blue. They thought that was great content. They're like, wow, way to go. That's relevant to our lives. That's super smart of you to just bring him up. And spontaneously, they were like, well, you can't look him up, so I'll look him up. And I was like, boom, that's solid. Right?
okay.
So both of them looked him up. I learned some things about Bob Barker. Now, if you feel like you want to know what I know about Bob Barker, I'd be willing to share, but I also don't want to breach the contract that we all made. I didn't look these things up. It was fans of the pod that looked him up
brought it
and
to
told
you.
them to me.
Can we take a vote or something? Because
I mean, I think it's really up to Kevin because Kevin's the one who's been the most distraught over this whole thing, and I think he needs closure. But I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to know? Do you want to know the fate of Bob Barker?
I mean, I think you summarized it when you said he needs closure.
All right, Peter.
As we learned last time, my life is fucked up right now.
Let's hear it.
Okay, well, there are three things that I learned about Bob Barker. One, I got sent a photo of him. He's still alive.
Oh.
Yeah. So hopefully, if anybody out there knows Bob Barker or knows someone who knows him, let's get him on the pod.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Two, he looks fucking god awful. Like,
oh jeez,
he looks terrible.
He's not long for the world.
He look,
I imagine he looks like he just looked into the Lost Ark.
Are you sure?
he does.
Are you sure someone didn't just put Bob Barker's photo through the old app?
No, he looks like he looks like Face App times 10.
Oh my
He looks
god.
Ooh,
bad.
yikes.
Three, he has been accused of sexual harassment, which I mean, really.
Come on, don't act surprised.
Yeah,
Come
guess
on.
that.
All right.
Oh, Bobby B. No.
So Bobby B looks like shit, still alive, sexually harassing people.
Wait, why are we not surprised by this?
Did you see the way that
Is it just we just expect this of
just
every
assume-
male?
No, did you ever see the way Bob Barker interacted with the models on The Price is
yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think anybody who uses that really long, thin microphone automatically kind of a pervert.
Just like an automatic pervert.
That's how you can tell.
Right there.
I mean,
Really long microphone.
I know you guys can't see this at home, but I'm currently using a long microphone to record this podcast.
And I am not.
Yeah.
Repeat, I am not using a long
Andrew's
microphone.
currently holding a microphone that starts at his waist and goes all the way up to his mouth.
Yeah, and I added
And
a,
doesn't stop there.
Does not stop there.
It actually loops back around my torso.
It's very thin.
Well, first of all, Peter, thank you for that information. Second of all, I'm still not 100% sold because yes, there was a photo, but it wasn't taken with the day's newspaper.
Yeah, that's what we
Which-
need.
Yeah, it could just be a photo. Yeah.
Yeah, which could have been from years ago. So I personally, for me, the jury's still out.
Okay,
Kevin, I don't know.
He could be dead. I'll give you that. He might be dead. I'm
Okay.
not 100% certain he's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
I'm willing to stop living on the streets now.
you're gonna move back.
I'm going to move back into my apartment.
Thank God.
You're gonna have to reclaim it from the rats first.
Oh yeah, the rat. You're gonna have to talk to the Rat King.
They took it over the second you left.
I bet they did. Those motherfuckers.
So we have some pod mail, but before we get to that, I went on a wine walk recently.
What?
Have you guys ever been on a wine walk?
A wine walk?
Like
Is
you
this
walk
like
around
a-
a neighborhood and you point at all the new things and complain about them.
Yeah, it's just like whenever Andrew's walking around talking about something.
Chase got it.
I think what you're talking about is called Saturday night.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you guys think you're being clever with this whole whining, the wine,
We are.
little
We're
joke
being
there.
very clever.
But it ended up being pretty accurate to what this ended up being. So
Oh, my.
the idea here is that this is something that takes place in a downtown area. This was in Snohomish. And the idea is that
In downtown area.
Snohomish.
No,
not
so-
a sentence I expected.
No.
All of the lights of downtown Snohomish.
well, hang on.
Going to the big city.
I did not say big city. I said downtown.
I drove all the way into the big city with my farm.
I really wish you would have left it at in a downtown area. Like you weren't going to reveal the location that you went to this wine walk.
I love the idea of downtown Snohomish because really
Oh, yeah.
anywhere in Snohomish is just I feel like it's just town.
Yeah.
You're like
Where does it
you
end?
don't go downtown, you're just town.
You don't even have it. There's not even enough downtown to walk around.
There
in.
is no
Like,
down. It is all town.
Before we continually shit on Snohomish, the real question is: did you drive all the way to Snohomish just to walk around downtown?
and
yes.
from
How is there
Bellevue?
enough downtown to get drunk in?
All right, so listen. So here's how it works. First of all, downtown Snohomish, if you go to any town, the downtown area is always the old area of the town that has all the little shops that are 80% antique shops.
Right,
So
like downtown
all of it.
Seattle where they have 900-foot tall buildings. Yeah, right.
800-foot antique shop.
Yeah, the 800-foot.
You know what I call the one area
biggest
with
in
all
the
the food
world.
places and antique shops in Snohomish?
Tell me.
Snohomish.
Fair enough. So the idea is that there's a bunch of these shops, which are literally antique shops, consignment shops, all this shit that you'd never ever want to go to unless you're like, oh, this is so cute and quaint.
And
Let's
it's
go
like,
walk
it's like
around.
interspersed with like stores that only moms would go into.
It's all only moms. Yes. And the way it works is that there's different wine vendors that set up inside the shops. And so you get like 6 tickets. You get to walk around the little area. You get different wine tastings from the different vendors. And at the end of the thing, you can buy some wine if you want to. And the idea is that you're maybe buying some wine. You're maybe buying some shit from the shops, like
Yep.
a doll from the 1800s or something. I don't know. Whatever the fuck they have those stupid shops.
cursed doll from the 1800s.
Doll from the 1800s. Why would they have that in Snohomish in a little shop?
Downtown Snohomish.
Okay,
I
sorry.
mean, where else would you put it?
All right, good point.
Not Seattle.
A museum?
And the idea...
Belongs in a museum.
You're like the Indiana Jones of small consignment shops. Like, it belongs in a museum.
Yeah, luckily I purchased about $20 that day.
These greedy fucks.
I set them free. The idea itself is actually fine. Like you get a nice weekend, you go walk around, get some wine, enjoy the downtown Snohomish area. What's better than that?
It's basically an art walk, but instead of galleries, you're going to antique stores.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's not good.
But here's
So where does the whining come in?
here's the issue. Well, here's the issue is that
Oh, I can see where the whining comes in.
the day we went, it was pretty damn hot and also humid. And I was trying to figure out the proper attire to wear to this thing because
Yes.
we're kind of
Full suit.
We're kind of going out to do something. Yeah.
Tuxedo.
I did not go full suit.
Oh, missed chance.
I went short sleeve button up shirt,
Okay.
no undershirt.
Great choice.
Bold choice.
Because that's a second layer that I didn't really want to have up
Yeah.
all my business, right? And so we're walking around and it doesn't take more than, because you walk in the first place and it's downtown Snohomish, and this might surprise you, but there's no air conditioning in any of these buildings.
No, they're very old.
No.
Additionally, they are packed full of people waiting in a line to get wine, like a little shot glass worth of wine.
good.
Did you bring
Good
your
God.
flask that you got for?
No, I bought a commemorative glass. Thank you very much.
Okay.
How did you find out about this?
It was an event that Emily's cousin was going to and invited us to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Who lives in
Did they
Snohomish?
read reviews beforehand?
No, it just sounds like a thing. Okay, pause.
It sounds nice.
You
but
only do
Dude,
this
I
if
was-
you have a girlfriend.
that's
There's
true.
no single
Correct.
dudes at the wine
correct.
walk.
And Kevin,
Correct.
Kevin, the issue with the crowding is that I've been to Snohomish on the day prior to them having like an event the next day, and it was still too fucking crowded in all those stores. So I can only imagine what went on with this wine thing.
Yikes.
Yeah, so the first place we went to was actually a pole dancing class.
Right, because there's so many.
building.
That's right.
Nice.
Downtown Snohomish has the most pole dancing studios per capita
Yeah.
of any city
it's
in
lit.
the United States.
It's like 80% antique shops,
Yeah.
15% pole dancing
pole dancing
classes.
slash strip clubs.
It's like Portland.
yeah.
That's how
Portland second.
That's how they get around it. You can't drink in a strip club, but you can drink in a pole dancing
dancing
class.
Exactly.
And Cinnamon's the instructor. She's gonna show you what you're supposed to do.
It does sound more wholesome.
It sounds way more wholesome. Pole dancing.
Yeah. And this pole dancing studio had a nice view of the river too. So it was very quaint.
Nice
Wow.
view
Was
of
river?
the river, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's we're standing there for probably 10, 15 minutes, just sitting in this sweat lodge, and I am just pouring sweat immediately. And there's
Wait. Was the pole dancing class named Sweat Lodge?
yeah, it was coincidentally enough. So
Wow.
I think it's the way they got around the whole not having air conditioning and trying to get people to be on board with it.
Right.
And so I was just like pouring sweat by the first place we visited, and there's still like 7 antique shops to go visit on this trip. And so I cannot help but just bitch for the first hour and a half of like, oh, can we hurry up? And we got to one shop where they're doing 3 tastings because it just depended on the vendor, how they did it. So this place did 3 tastings. And the way it worked was that you kind of wrap around the store, get in line, you get the first tasting. Oh, this is pleasant.
Wow,
It's great.
wonderful. Yeah.
Shot glass of wine.
Get back in your line. You got to do 3 laps around the store. And it was the hottest one I've been in so far. Everyone's just like doing the thing where they're grabbing the back of their shirt and airing themselves out. Like everybody's dying, with me especially. And so instead of
Nobody was hotter than you, Andrew.
instead of just going around 3
Nobody in that
times,
store.
we literally did like a shot. we took the first sample. There's people behind us, right? We take the first like wine sample, shoot it back. All right, second one, shoot it back. Third one. We did all 3 of them consecutively instead of
Nice.
going around.
Smart.
Smart.
Very smart.
But it was the whole thing. At the end, the sun kind of went down a little bit, and it was much, much, much more nice. But the first hour and a half was just complete misery because I'm just sweating my balls off, and I'm sweating through my shirt. And the worst thing is that you can feel yourself sweating through your shirt, and then you get embarrassed, which makes you sweatier. It's just a self-defeating kind of
It's
cycle.
great, and then you get some nice, refreshing room temperature wine.
Yeah. Or hot wine, really, in that room.
Yeah, nothing is comforting.
You know what helped you not sweat through your shirt?
Another shirt,
An undershirt.
undershirt. Okay.
I actually wear more undershirts in the summertime so I don't ruin my shirts by pitting out. Because I don't pit out if I got the undershirt soaking it up. Keeps me cooler.
Is there a name for not wearing an undershirt, like going commando?
Dang, there should be.
I don't know. Is there a guy who's known for not wearing an undershirt?
I don't even know.
Magnum
undershirts.
PI.
I don't wear undershirts. I don't wear undershirts.
I don't wear undershirts.
Okay. So
Normal people.
going
Normal guy.
normal guy.
Are you wearing one right now?
I'm not.
I'm,
Oh yeah. See,
Oh yeah,
he was not
you're
either.
good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
fine.
wearing one right now.
Your torso's going commando.
I just came to the realization recently.
You're going so commando right now.
Sweet, dude. I didn't realize till just recently that wearing an undershirt under like a button-up shirt, it's kind of geeky if you're wearing it buttoned up.
What?
Yeah.
If it shows.
If it
Oh,
shows.
definitely.
Oh,
If it shows,
yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
I did not realize that, and I'm
That's
20.
why there's a difference between like a crew neck and a V-neck. Like,
Hence
that's where
why
the V-neck
have-
comes from.
I
is
have
so that
the
if you
V-neck undershirt.
thank you for talking over me, Jim.
Yep, I've got the V-neck undershirt. You're right, Peter.
Wait, are you actually thanking him? Do you appreciate that?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh well.
I'm bad at picking up on sarcasm.
So am I.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to either be a deep V-neck
Yeah,
kind of
you're
guy.
real bad at it.
I just got it. I was like, what? Fucking
I don't know.
dumb. Took
But-
me a second.
Anyway, I guess the moral of the story, because we do morals here, 4 stories, is that if you're going to go to a downtown
Yeah.
area to go do a wine walk, you might want to wear an undershirt, or you might just want to not do it at all.
Don't go to
Bring it-
Snohomish.
How much did you pay for these tickets?
Yeah.
Like $20.
Did
you-
Because you paid for concert tickets twice. and like bailed on that for a second. But this thing, you're we're in it for the long haul,
waited
even
it
though
out.
you're way
But
more
wasn't-
uncomfortable than just sitting at a bar and
Well,
drinking.
that's not true because I tried to bail out of it and I just got, I believe the exact phrase was, suck it up, buttercup.
Wait,
Nah, that sounds
Emily
like,
was-
that sounds like Emily.
That was Emily's
Emily
feedback
was
for me.
willing to bail out on the concert with you that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So typically you can bail out on things as long as Emily's okay with it.
as long as both parties are good.
I mean, there's plenty there's indoor air conditioned restaurants in Snohomish that you could have just gone and drank wine at.
We ended up doing that.
I would
Yeah.
have just
So
bought a bottle and just be like, give me one of the fucking bottles. I'll just drink it straight out of that thing. Could you open it for me too?
Well-
and I'll just drink it.
Pop that for me.
at some point, the other guy I was with started advocating as well because he got too hot too. And then we eventually got everybody on board to go to an air conditioned restaurant.
Nice.
But the antique shops, avoid at all costs is the bottom line here.
They do get very hot.
So we have a
or
pod
go in
mail.
March.
Or go in, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do wine walks in March. Maybe. We have a pod mail. This comes from fan of the pod, friend of the pod, Jared Fritz, who, as a reminder, he wrote into the podcast, I don't know, months ago.
He's a big fan.
Big fan. He met his current girlfriend,
That's right.
not via the pod,
oh, I mean, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
We're matchmakers.
He
He
set
took
them up.
he bolt stroke introduced her to the pod after they met, but was like, "Hey, here's a big influence on my life. Why don't you go ahead and listen to this?"
It's really what brought them together.
They
you know?
wouldn't have been together if it wasn't for us.
Yeah, we're like
for
hit.
sure.
If she didn't,
all officiating their wedding, like all of us.
All of us.
if
We'll
she
each
didn't
say
like
our
the
part.
pod, then they probably wouldn't be together.
Wait, I have an idea. When we're officiating, we're going to do that improv game where you can say only one word,
Yes.
like at a time. Like you say one word, I say one word.
Or
Am.
good.
at.
Sex.
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up.
Okay, so this
Yes.
is going to go pretty well for them.
Yeah, get ready for that wedding.
Or their whole thing could just be one big mad take. we ask them for words as we go on.
They're standing up there.
Do you take this Slimer to be?
The bride and groom have prepared their own mad takes. So anyway, he writes into us. He says, "Hi, Podworms. 2 things for you. 1, I wanted to share this video of my alley. See attachment. Now this we'll put up on our social media, but I'll just synthesize it for you guys at home. It's just a video from a Ring video doorbell, and it's just a car pulls up into an alley. There's a bush on fire.
Wait,
A person gets out of the car, gets into their car, and they both pull away, and the bush is still on fire. What? That's
He
the
explained
video.
it to me today at work. He thinks that one of the people that was in the car started that fire and didn't bother to put it out.
wait. So the car pulls in the alley. They light the bush on fire and then leave.
And they leave. Yeah. what-
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently that's what happened.
Did he like throw a cigarette out the window?
The video does not show that.
He doesn't. He's not sure.
It's just the car pulls up, the bush is already on fire. The guy gets out of the car. It's like a passenger gets out of the car. It'll be on the social media.
This is great. I've been waiting for the right moment for the Podworm Spacecast to dive into the white hot genre of true crime.
Finally.
I mean, we've been avoiding it for so long. It's just it's cliche at this point.
What would be the
It was August
perpetrators?
9th.
We're like Sherlock Holmes. We've been waiting for like the right case that like really interests us because all these other
Everything
cases.
else is too boring, but you got a burning bush.
Hell yeah.
Definitely God's involved
Call
with
me
this
Moses. So I'm ready for this.
one. I'm going to split this case open wider than the Red Sea.
Once we get this perp, I'm gonna throw the 10 Commandments at him.
He follows by saying, "I'd also like to inquire about the franchise opportunities. Willing to relocate to a hot market. Have money that I need to spend by end of year for tax reasons." And I'm not sure about Bob Barker. Time will tell. That's a little bit ominous.
Time will tell. Yeah.
Is he just saying does he know something about the news? If Bob Barker dies this week,
He knows
we have an actual true crime on our hands.
I
real.
imagine Jared has been slowly poisoning Bob Barker.
time will tell.
Sending him fan mail.
P.S. My podworm's romance is going very well. We went to Paris recently, and she listened to the pod on the way there.
Whoa,
That's a long
we are
flight.
international.
That's a lot of
I assume Paris, Texas.
We're international.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the most romantic place you can vacation to.
yeah, I would assume Paris, Texas.
Yeah. Isn't that the place that the Chainsmokers sing about?
I don't know.
Paris, Texas.
Yeah, you know, Andrew, I don't listen to the Chainsmokers. So
I love whenever
think
you
you're,
try to make like a
you
pop
tell me,
culture
man.
reference.
And all of us are like,
You tell me, man. You tell me on that one. I don't know. I'm not a big Chainsmokers
Andrew,
guy.
what's the
I don't know
song?
the answer to that. either.
Hey, if you're a big Chainsmokers fan like me, why don't you give us a pod mail?
Or if you are the chain smokers and you're listening, go ahead and write in.
Oh, they're
or if you
probably
just chain
listening.
smoke.
if you are a chain smoker,
Yeah, give us a call.
If you're smoking right now,
What's the number to call?
Lines are open. Give us a call. The operators are standing by.
555-555-5555.
If you know someone who chain smokes who lives in Paris, Texas, just send them this episode.
yeah, they'll probably love it.
absolutely.
All right, so now that we have
This
the
is for you, Janie.
Jamie.
I'm not so sure about them podworms. I tell you what.
so
Give
now
me
we
my
have
pack of cigarettes.
we have the whole pod family minus Mike. He's I don't know.
DOA.
He's in big trouble.
DOA?
Yeah.
If he misses one more episode, we're officially replacing him with some I don't care, Ron Cafferty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody at this point. Last episode, we got into something that I felt very strongly about, and I was outnumbered. And I was convinced it was only because we had a small sample size.
Low IQ group.
Right.
Low IQ, small sample size.
Who is all there?
It was me, Jim, and Kevin.
Oh, very small sample size. All right.
Yep.
And so we were at like a normal to large size regular podcast size. Right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, right. The average podcast in America is 6 people. You can't decide anything with 3 people.
No.
Well, I love after past experience that you think that bringing this issue to the larger table is going to somehow validate you. Do you listen to our podcast?
Let's have
can't
order in
wait.
the pod court. I want to hear this.
Yeah,
I want
I
to hear
can't
this.
wait. I can't wait.
So I'm really looking to have some weigh-in from Phil, Chase, and Pete.
Hear ye, judges Pete, Chase, and Phil
ready.
now sitting.
So
I'm ready.
here was the dilemma: is that I was called weird for
Not the first time.
for putting my shoes and socks on in a specific order that I find to be very efficient.
We didn't put it that way. We didn't call you weird.
very streamlined.
Okay.
The way that I put my shoes and socks on is I go sock, shoe,
Nope.
and Jim,
You can already hear it.
Sorry. No, sorry. I didn't let you finish. I'm sorry.
Jim and Kevin are truly the weirdos. They go
sure.
sock, shoe. And I truthfully don't see the point of that because you're already in the position to put the shoe on after the sock is on. So now I'd like to hear from the other 3 podworms, where do you fall on this?
I'm a
let's
sock
get-
shoe.
Phil, go for it. Please.
No, I'm with you. Only in the specific case. I keep my shoes in my bedroom next to my socks, and I have the same exact thought process that I'm already down here on the left, sock shoe.
Yep.
And I keep my socks right next to my shoes.
Wow.
Wait, so I got questions about where your socks are.
Literally in a heap next to my shoes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that
Okay.
is what I was imagining.
It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
My socks and shoes are in separate locations,
Yes.
and typically I will put my socks on when I put my underwear on
Yes.
because I don't
that's
like
weird.
if I
Why is that weird?
It's not weird at all.
and here's why.
Yeah, I just put my socks on and no underwear. What are you guys doing?
Right? Then walk out the door. If I wear long socks at all, if I end up wearing long pants that day, if I wear long socks, it's easier for me to pull my long socks up on my leg before I put my pants on. So That's why I will put my
How long are these socks?
That makes sense.
like they're
That
calf
makes
socks.
sense. Pantyhose?
They're
Do
calf
you have like
socks.
a garter that's attaching the socks to your leg?
Peter's got that with the little like suspender thing where you hook it to your socks.
And then I put my gun right there.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, there might be a flaw to this, as our listeners can see. I am wearing 2 different socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Phil's opinion is invalid.
So,
He's got a Puma and a Reebok, or is that Under Armour?
Under Armour.
Yeah.
I'm intense.
so Jace, where do you stand on this?
I am a
issue?
sock shoe guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like the other way. Even if your shoes are next to your socks or whatever, and you're doing both of them at the same time, it still makes sense to you've got you got your socks, right. They're probably in 2. They're probably together. You have
Yes.
2 socks.
Yeah, they're
You
together.
unfold them. Now you got 2 socks. So the first thing you do is put both of those on, because you're just doing one action, the same action, rather than doing sock. Okay, now I gotta get the shoe, put the shoe on. Oh, now I gotta get the other sock.
Yep.
And then and then put the shoe on. You're switching the action like twice during the whole thing.
Amen.
So it makes sense.
yeah.
So-
yeah.
Here's another question. You have wood floors here.
I do.
Yes.
What percentage of your time in this apartment is sockless?
Actually, oh, man, that's actually tough to say, like sockless versus socks.
So it's maybe 50-50.
It's probably
Yeah.
around 50-50 actually, because it just depends on how I'm feeling. Because I have this nice rug too.
Now, Chase, can you walk me through? Let's just go from you're getting out of the shower and you're buck naked.
Yeah, buck naked.
Let's get the order of what's the clothes order?
I do the same thing first I dry off. I'm not gonna put my clothes on when
Yeah,
I'm
not
all
like
wet.
a
Do you,
monster.
crazy.
do you get a blow dryer down there to make sure it's all nice
Towel. I do the blow dryer on
and like
the
up
hair.
the butthole?
No, but maybe I should try that. I feel like it would be kind of hot.
It's worth it.
I guess I could turn the cool setting on, huh?
Just a real quick little hit. Anyway,
a quick little hit.
That really wakes you up in the morning. That's why I don't drink coffee.
all right. So you're dried off.
Okay, so dried off, then I make my way into the bedroom closet.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Yes.
all my clothes are right there.
So just to clarify, you say bedroom closet, which a listener might interpret as the closet in your bedroom, but actually it's reversed. Actually, it's reversed.
I feel like people understand what that
The
is.
bedroom in your closet.
I don't feel like you have to explain that to people.
All right. Anyway, go ahead.
So then the first thing is usually underwear at that point. It's right on the top of the dresser there, so it's easy to grab. Then afterwards is usually socks, just because I like to put socks on.
Really?
I don't know. At
Yeah.
that point,
Yeah.
while the underwear, and then usually what I'll do from there is pants. After that, and then decide what shirt I'm wearing, and then it's shoes. So the socks are already on. Sometimes if I like put pants on or whatever, well, actually. If usually my socks are on before I put the pants on, I just realized.
So
now that's most of the time. So they're already on.
Do you ever have to change the socks because you put the wrong color socks on for the pants?
Yeah, if I ever have to if I'm ever putting on pants and then I don't have socks on and then I go to do the shoes, I still do sock, shoe. It's not going to change.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change that,
See, this is bizarre to me that you would put socks on before, because with my ankle socks, I feel like they would just get torn off. But maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit.
Torn off
I
by
might
what?
lose one down the pant leg. You know what I mean?
You're putting it on your pants.
What experience do you have with socks?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really, because this is where I got the thought, is that when I take my shoes off when I get home, it's shoe sock of the same foot.
Oh my God.
And I still have them fully clothed
the
on
same
one
one.
leg and
Yeah.
bare naked on the other.
That's also just another weird feeling to me, is having a full
why would
sock
you do
and shoe
that?
on one leg
That'd be
and then just
so bizarre.
nothing on the other one.
Oh, yeah.
What a weird feeling.
You're already down there on the left side. Just take them both off.
no, no.
Weird.
I agree.
Chase, so
I agree.
the one exception for me specifically is the beach.
Yeah.
Where
we talked about this,
So
yeah.
we talked about it. So it's like the one normal time to do sock shoe.
Because you got to clean the sand off your feet individually.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. And then you need the shoe to have a nice stabilizer when you put it on the other one. Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that is the only time.
Yeah, I don't accept any other time.
Yeah. Also, what if something happens when you're in between both of the shoes, and then you have a sock and a shoe, and then you have nothing on the other foot? What if someone breaks in your house or some crazy shit goes on and you have to get up in action? It's a lot faster if you had one shoe on. You'd already have the other sock on.
You might be off balance and just
get
fall
this,
over or
okay.
something.
let's use this scenario, right? You put both your socks on. Oh shit, my house is on fire. And you try running outside.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got my slippery ass socks on. I fell down in the fire. I'm dead.
No, wrong.
I'm going
Here's
to
why.
refute you. If you have a shoe on and a bare foot, you have great traction. You are
my
escaping
God.
the flames.
Oh my god.
Wrong.
Why?
I rarely ever tie my shoes. I slip my shoes on. I head out the door.
Are they already tied?
They're
like
like
you just slip them on when
they're
they're already
usually
tied?
already tied.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What percentage of the time do
Yeah,
you wear
sometimes
sandals versus shoes?
Yeah.
Me?
Peter?
Yeah. I feel like you are
a
like
sandals guy.
a primarily sandals man.
Yeah, you're a free
Your,
man.
your vote is voided because you're wearing flip-flops today.
Oh my god.
You don't have the experience.
I wear flip flops as much as I can. I've made deals with my manager at work.
Made deals.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Does he want you to wear shoes?
Technically, I'm supposed to wear shoes,
And
but as long as I wear,
made deals to work around your work dress codes so you can wear sandals.
I can imagine how did the negotiation go? Wow.
I need to know the details of these deals.
He walks into the manager's office and he says, "You know I'm the best goddamn salesman around here, right?"
Wait, no. He puts his sandal up on the chair instead of sitting down.
no, I've been told multiple times to get my feet off the fucking desk.
Oh my god.
I just imagine Peter walking out of his performance review like, asshole wanted to give me a 20% raise. I got flip-flops instead. What an idiot.
No, the deal made.
Can't
the
believe
deal
he
I
took
made
the
was
deal.
as long as I wear a collared shirt and don't wear a hat, I can wear flip flops. I'm like, all right.
Wait, but so can you
pretty straightforward.
can you wear a hat?
Yeah, I feel like
So that means can you wear a hat, a t-shirt, and sneakers, and then can you wear a button-up shirt, a hat?
There's a whole dress code matrix that goes along here. They
his
have to
boss is
follow.
like, as long as you tell people you're from California, I don't care.
It's like one of those
Normal down there.
It's like one
I
of those
can wear
riddles.
flip flops as long as I'm wearing a collared shirt and no hat.
But, okay, so what if you want to wear a hat?
shorts?
If I want to wear a hat, then I just have to wear shoes.
What kind of shirt?
Do you wear slacks?
I can wear whatever shirt I want. Okay. I've worn slacks and flip flops before.
Yes. Does that mean you have a formal pair of flip-flops?
No, it was these.
What a power move.
These are my
man.
wedding flops.
This is a power move for sure. Like
That's definitely a power move.
Look, supervisor, I'm gonna need my flip flops. I'm gonna do some good work in this office.
Just show them
Wow.
some productivity graph. You're like, you see closed-toed? I'm just through the floor here.
The days that I wear shoes, I almost always take my shoes off.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I do that at work.
Yeah, okay, you're one of
Hey,
those
do you like switch out of shoes into sandals?
Hey, you know what?
Oh, I would do that all the time.
I used to
do
keep-
that
Do you
all the
not
time.
worry about like your feet like sweating and smelling up the whole place?
No.
You know how there's
Kevin, he's on to something here though, because there's been many times at both my jobs where I've taken my shoes off and been more productive. Just take them off underneath
I
the desk,
legitimately
put
used
the
to
socks
keep,
down on the floor.
Sorry to interrupt. I legitimately used to keep sandals underneath my desk and slippers.
Yeah. Yes. I did the
office
same thing.
slippers.
I do
Hell
office
yeah.
slippers.
Office slippers
Office
are a great idea.
They're
I
awesome.
feel like this is it's like the opposite of Mike's thing where he has to wear tight pants when he's at home working. Instead, Mike keeps like dress shoes under his desk.
well, it's like
puts those on.
you know how women
And he's like,
women who have to like wear a business kind of dress code, they'll wear their sneakers like to get around town, and they get to the office and put the stilettos on or whatever.
Yeah.
Peter's the opposite. He walks around town in his leather shoes. He gets to the office and swaps out the sandals.
Oh, if I could, I would just wear the flip flops the whole time.
Oh, another perk of not wearing shoes at work is I really like to sit cross-legged in my desk chair.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
that with shoes on. What?
you do that?
Yeah.
I also
like
have
a third grader.
It's also great if you have flip flops or you can take your shoes off. I have a standing desk, so I can like move it up and down, and like walking around the office barefoot. It's the best.
Okay, barefoot is another matter. That's hygiene.
That is
weird.
crazy.
look, Peter.
That is really
I'm
bizarre.
sorry that your office has a dress code, because mine you can wear like all the things
Did
you
you just
described.
listen to anything I said?
I don't think
seems like a pretty relaxed
it
dress
has
code.
a dress code because you had to cut a deal with your manager to get
It's
flip
barely a
flops.
deal.
nobody would have to do that shit at my work.
This is the weirdest thing.
But what's weird?
Wait. I'm so confused.
I appreciate the sorry.
So what can you do at your office that Peter? I mean, Peter sounds like he's got the most relaxed.
What I can't do. So like my office is like all the things that he's described, anybody could comfortably wear at my office, but I've never seen anybody go barefoot and walk around.
Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah, that's
Like, mine's like regular Seattle dress code. You could wear a hat. You could wear a t-shirt and hoodie. You could wear shorts and flip-flops every day, but never have I seen anybody go barefoot.
Could you wear a regular t-shirt and flip-flops one day to work and just tell us how it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to test it
Look,
out.
it's
I want to see if the boss notices.
So being in the sales organization part of the company, if I was really good at my job, I could probably do, like, I'm not really good at my job. I'm just okay at my job. The dude who stands next to me can wear a hoodie and a hat and sandals and get away with it because he's very good at his job.
Oh,
So when you're in sales and it's very measurable what you achieve and what you don't achieve, you can get away with it.
Are all your sales over the phone?
My sales? I don't actually sell anything.
What?
Because like sales in my company is like, hey, we're wearing a full on suit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You should just wear a towel to work.
We have
Just hop out of the shower and get right into the car.
We have a gym at the bottom of the
A toga, a robe.
the very bottom of the
Just
building.
show up in a robe one day and flip flops.
I gotta so if you wore if I saw someone walking around barefoot at my
Hold on,
work,
I'm not walking around like the whole office barefoot.
Yeah, give us
I'm walking around my part of the office barefoot.
Is it carpet?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
like so what you
I'm
would,
not gonna walk into the kitchen barefoot. I'm not like a fucking animal.
like what you would need to do to make that make sense to me, at least at my work, would be to just be like a white person with dreads somehow.
Yeah.
Like then I'd be like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be like, what is this unicorn walking around?
Yeah.
So even better, sorry, you can paint your shoes or paint your feet like shoes.
No one's gonna look down and
Oh
really
no,
check.
I should get some of those. I
Hobbit
should get
feet.
some of those. What are those like feet
run-
thing? The
Vibram.
runner shoes with the
Vibram.
five.
Yes,
Five
you
fingers.
should.
Yeah,
You should.
those are. I think those are worse than having bare feet.
I disagree.
Those are worse than having bare feet.
I think they're bad.
those infuriate me.
Oh man.
Those make me angry.
I thought you were gonna say you wear them every day, Kevin. You're like, I take issue with this. I wear these five finger shoes every day.
No, I
Would
think
it be
they're
odd
freaking
if I went to work and instead of I went to work with my flip flops on, but then I also had like white gloves? Like
As long as it's not one
like
white glove.
fancy white gloves,
Like a mime.
Just to what? To distract everybody from your flip flops?
like fancy white gloves. Where I was like, anything I touch, like, nah, I'm wearing gloves, fancy white gloves.
Like typing.
Just typing. Anything that I touched in the kitchen, I have these white gloves on.
No, what would really
Fucking Mickey Mouse
screw
over
them
here.
up, Peter, is if you put the gloves on your feet and the flip flops on your hands.
Ooh.
And I just decided to walk on my hands everywhere.
all day.
Okay, this is getting off track.
Yeah, that is a horrible idea, and a place where many horrible ideas come from is Peter's patent pending.
Speaking of horrible,
Give us your best one so we can get to a mad take at the end of this episode. Give us the best Peter's patent pending.
all right, let me get to my notes.
Okay.
As with all my great ideas, let's see. All right. Well, I have some notes on here. I have written down Tinder But For Horses, and I'm really not
Tinder But For Horses.
yeah.
It's called Farmers Only.
Honestly, that's a really good idea.
Really good idea.
I know, but I don't know. Like,
Is it a really good idea?
No, it is.
It's big business.
Huge business.
that's not the one I was going to share. But
Horse fucking's big business. That's what my pappy always told me.
that horse is like, no.
That's a great idea.
like I'm imagining like a farmer walking up to in front of a horse with the phone, and the horse is just touching its nose to the phone and like swiping left or right.
The farmer's like, hey, how about that one, huh?
Now tell you what.
All right.
I was thinking about inventing a spin-off of Tinder. I'm working on the name, but it would be like biometric Tinder, where you have to wear like a heart monitor and like one of those brainwave machines,
Yeah.
and then you look at Tinder. So there's no bullshit.
Swipes for you.
No, exactly. It's like auto swiping, and then the other person's auto swiping, so you know right off the bat that you made their heart flutter.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a lie detector thing. You could just be like only available for people who have an Apple Watch.
It's like
It's
the
true.
brainwave thing, heart monitor, body temperature.
Exactly.
Right.
Pupil
and you could be
dilation,
like,
the whole
"Oh
deal.
man, she's so fucking hot and bothered. We're gonna fuck tonight. It's gonna be so good."
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
But isn't that effectively what Tinder is anyway?
Yeah.
Well, you can lie on Tinder. Like if
Yeah.
I want to get dinner, I'll just pretend I'm gay and then get dinner.
No, this is
With
strange.
my app, it wouldn't work.
Hold on. Is this something you've done?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I've been workshopping the idea.
It's in the works.
I only got to
my
the
God.
DMs, but never anything serious.
If you do that, I need to hear everything.
Wait a second. You only got to the DMs?
Only got to the DMs, meaning he matched with some people.
Exactly.
Wait, you only
I
got
was
to
sick
the
of
DMs?
rejection. Okay, I just want to match.
Just
God
switch
damn
to
it.
the men. Oh, that's funny.
At least somebody likes me.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Peter.
Okay. So I've got something called Tether. And it's spelled THT. Wait a minute. Oh,
THC.
sorry, I misplaced.
That is so far off.
Feather.
Tether, but it's spelled like PL47 ampersand.
Sorry.
It's so it sticks out, so you can Google search it easier.
Okay, now I'm just gonna make you off the bat. I'm having a seizure.
Classic Peter.
TETHR. Tether. We dropped the E at the end to make it
Terrific.
to make it tech. All right. So, how many of you guys have seen those folks walking around with AirPods? Right.
Yeah,
I've seen
me
it.
every day.
Right.
I've seen
Yeah. How many of you have AirPods either in the room or listening? Right.
I've got
I'm not
Definitely.
rich,
You
so.
ever
got 'em.
misplace one or have one drop out or been fearful that one's gonna fall out of your ear?
I lost them this weekend and washed them in the washing machine.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So here's
Too much wine on the walk, eh?
They still work and they're very clean.
great.
Nice.
Okay, good.
So here's the deal with Tether. What they're gonna do is Tether is gonna connect your right AirPod with your left AirPod, and not only that,
Like physically?
yes,
Okay.
not only that,
That's where this is going.
but it's gonna connect your AirPods with your phone.
Really?
Yes. And it doesn't matter what generation iPhone you have, because whatever port you're going to connect it to, we can just swap out the attach, right?
Oh, it comes with attachments.
Yeah, it comes
oh
with
my God,
attachments
that's so
and
convenient.
splitters. So if you want to like
Splitters?
yes, so if you want to like share with your friend, boom,
That's just convenience.
good to go.
and
so
function.
Tether is a way to tether your AirPods not only to each other, but to your phones.
Wow.
All right,
I'm
so
out, dog.
you guys can get in on the ground floor right now. Okay,
For how much?
How much are you looking for? Yeah. How much are you looking for?
how much you got?
I mean, do we
I
get
don't know, like $20?
20? Yeah, 20 bucks.
20,000.
the question is, do we get any stake in the horse Tinder?
Yeah.
What about
I,
Tinder
would,
for
I like
horses?
that one a little bit better, I think.
Well, horse Tinder's a part of this.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. We're in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm in.
I just
$20,000.
want to make sure that you for sure do an iPad app because I think that'll be easier for horses.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that I think I'll revisit horse Tinder. See, the
iPad
thing
Pro.
about Tether is that it already has a name where I dropped an E from it
Yeah.
to make it techie. So we got to find a name for horse Tinder.
Hose Tinder?
Hinder.
Hose Tinder.
You dropped an R.
How about yay or nay?
Oh,
Hey.
that's good. But for real though, I think honestly that if there was somebody who came out with Tether and literally called it Tether, I think that they can make money off that.
They have one.
Do they have? Does it connect to the
no,
phone?
it's-
Does
it's-
it connect to the phone?
It does not connect to the phone, but it is like those old school headphones that goes
They
like
go
up and around
yes,
the ear, and then
I've seen that.
it's for like working out, so you don't lose them.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
them.
want something that is literally just a fucking set of your old headphones that just replaces your old headphones, that just attaches to your AirPods and attaches to your phone. I guarantee you people would pay for them. I guarantee you people would
The kids growing up, they don't even know what those
They
are.
would,
I don't even know.
People would
They'd
totally
be like, oh, so
my God, it's detachable. They would absolutely pay
No,
for
I
it.
think this time you're really onto something.
With the horse Tinder.
Yeah,
horse Tinder is strong.
horse Tinder.
Okay,
All right.
I really just quick want to get back to the yay or nay thing because I've been thinking about it for a little bit.
Yeah? It's
Wouldn't
good.
like nay? Wouldn't that be yes? You know, like horses don't go yay.
I don't speak horse. I'm not an
Sorry,
equestrian.
I could not stop thinking about it.
Why
After you
don't you,
said that.
why don't
What
you
about
call-
hey or nay? I don't know. That both sounds like yes as well.
those both sound like
Well, I think what we're realizing
Here's
is
the thing:
horses.
horses are always DTF.
hey or nay. Okay, perfect.
Horses never say no.
Yeah, for real.
That's a terrifying.
It's horrible.
terrifying
It's horrible.
Horses never say no.
They're very positive. They only say yes.
That's really fucking weird.
That is fucked up. Horse culture, man.
Horse culture.
Let's end this episode on a less disturbing note with a game called Mad Takes.
Whoa.
Yes.
And maybe it's just been a while since I've been on this website, but I guess I'll explain it first. So Mad Takes is nothing like Mad Libs. It's much
no.
more original and fun and delightful.
Yeah.
And it has a very 1990s kind of website, despite the fact that it came out in 2004. I don't remember being on their website. There's a few words on the top, like different menu items you can click on. Like there's ciphers, there's words, and then there's just a link that says men. And I'm going to go ahead and click on men. Oh, it's Hangman. I think we came across this before too.
Yes.
It's all good. Okay. So here's our options of different stories. We can fill in the blanks via a Mad Take, and you guys can let me know which one sounds the best. We have Bad Day, Weird Day, Fraud Response,
Fraud response.
or a Gangsta Story.
Oh my god,
fraud
definitely
response.
a gangsta story.
I'm gonna vote for Gangsta Story.
Okay, so Fraud Response, Gangsta Story.
I say fraud response.
Yep, those are really hard.
gangsta story.
Yeah, I want to hear a gangsta story.
All right, it's decided. And the way we're going to structure this is I'm going to
I
go.
say nay to that one.
We're going to go around. We're going to go.
no?
I said nay.
We're going to go around the story or go around the circle here, and you're going to give me a word when I tell you. So no shouting out. You'll go in the order.
All right.
All right. Let's start with Peter and an animal.
Horse.
Okay. Chase, a noun.
Tinder.
Give me a second.
Oh, I forgot that Chase cannot think on his feet.
It's literally anything.
Tinder. A noun. A person, place, or thing. There's so many options.
Well, now I just feel all hot and bothered.
Just
You
look
guys-
around the room. There's nouns all around you.
Slimer.
Oh my God. It took you that long to say. So just a heads up.
Gotcha.
Just a heads up. I will be coming back around to you for another word in a few
Is it
minutes.
I hope it's not another noun because I just used one.
All right. We'll see. Jim, a place.
Kentucky.
Okay. Phil, a plural noun.
Donkeys.
All right. Kevin, an adjective.
Persnickety.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
You trying to flex on us with your big old vocab?
Yeah, I'm trying to flex on you guys with persnickety. That's how I fucking flex.
Vocab flex.
Peter, a body part.
Adam's apple.
Okay, wow.
Whoa.
So that feels like a squandered opportunity to me,
Interesting,
but
yeah.
that's fine.
What were you gonna? No, you do it, please.
Nope.
No, take your opportunity.
Chase, bad news. You got a noun, buddy.
Oh man, see the thing about nouns is that there's so many options.
Yep. I mean, there's a like bucket. There's
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
How about this? Radio.
all right. That's a noun.
All right.
Jim, noun.
Equestrian.
Oh wow.
The fuck? Wow.
Very impressive. It's like a vocabulary.
He outdid Kevin.
Yeah, it's a vocabulary showdown between Kevin and Jim.
What you got? What you got, Kevin?
Phil, a verb ending in ed.
Oh, I mean, the F word is just hanging there, but I will resist. How
Are
about
you?
sacked?
That's
good. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
solid.
Good. Very
Okay.
good.
Kevin, an adjective.
Obsequiously.
No, we need a real
What
word.
does that even mean?
That's an adverb.
Damn.
Get that adverb out of here. Even better.
Peter, a noun.
Podcast.
All right. Chase,
Yeah.
a verb ending in ed.
Ooh.
An action word.
Yeah, I know. Played.
All right. And then finally, the last one, Jim, an adverb.
Obsequiously.
All right. Fantastic.
Wow, Jim, that was amazing.
Fuck, I feel so flexed.
Wow, Jim, you're so smart.
This is going to
Still
be
Kevin's
gangsta.
flex.
All right. This is the a gangsta story, mad take. Peter, do you want to read this as a result of your great performance on today's show? This is your reward for good behavior.
Wow.
Go ahead, Pete. Hit us with it.
First, I just want to thank
No, you're out of time for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Tommy the gangster horse was walking up the street to his Slimer in the Kentucky. But just as he came inside, he saw all his gangster donkeys had been replaced with persnickety stuff. He was so mad that he kicked his Adam's apple and fell into the radio. And then he got out and he started searching for all the Slimer. But after 5 hours of looking around, he saw an equestrian walking around with all his bling. So Tommy stopped the fool and sacked all of the items that the equestrian had stolen from him. What's your problem, you green podcast? You want to be a gangster? Buy your own bling and clothes. Don't steal mine, Tommy played. And then he went home and lived obsequiously ever after.
God damn.
Oh, man.
That
The
was
horse
not
thing
good.
really did really work there.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah.
Horse
Yeah, that's
theme.
pretty crazy.
Mad takes never fail to make me smile. You know, a good old mad take in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, this was a fantastic episode. I feel somewhat vindicated by the sock shoe debacle.
No,
I'm still curious though.
We won.
no, it's 4-2.
If you
4-2.
If you care to weigh in on this debate, please write us in to our podmail, pwspacecast@gmail.com. We'd love to get you in on this conversation. Follow us on all of our social media, especially if you want to see the bush on fire, the exclusive footage from Jared Fritz's
God speaking to the podworms.
doorbell video. Podworm Spacecast on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. You can even check out our website, pwspacecast.com.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it's important that you tell a friend, a loved one, a family member, a construction worker about this podcast. Spread the word, spread the love. Jared Fritz, for example, found his love via this podcast.
Yeah.
If you are a lonely, hopeless loser, you gotta share this podcast.
Looking for a vacation in Paris,
Or-
Texas.
Yeah.
Or a chain smoker.
If you're a chain smoker, a
Named
loser,
Jeannie.
One of these chain smokers.
one of the chain smokers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Either one.
But until next time, space fans.
Keep